what it do. Those are the words by the main man behind the camera. And you know this is The Insight, and I'm your host, Miss Amber, and I'm not by myself. As always, guys, it's a bit Ayanda Nxumalo.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. What are you talking about?
Oh my goodness. I'm so excited, guys. I'm so excited. Ayanda Nxumalo is on the show with us, guys.
Such a privilege. Thank you, Lord.
Without wasting any time, let's just get straight to it. Yabo, sazo Ayanda kangcono and ukuthi Ayanda wenzani kahle kahle and yabo.
Yeah.
Let me take you back to when you recognized that okay, I have a gift of being a performer and a storyteller. What was going through your mind? It's okay, right now I have to take action.
Yo, guys.
Okay, now I have to take action.
So I've always had like tons of energy. Energy is my fifth name, if I had to put it there. And so I was like, you know what? I don't see myself as a doctor. I don't see myself working 9 to 5.
Yeah.
So let me just make use of all this energy and something that I enjoy doing. So I'm like, performing arts. Yeah. This is home most. Yeah. So I did that scare. So I kind of knew from primary, but I was still like skeptical. Everything. Yeah. Like we want a doctor, we want a lawyer. But then in high school, I was like, alright guys, this is me. I can't run away from it. So from then I was like, you know what, guys, I'm gonna pursue this thing up until I get to actually do it as a career.
Yeah.
So again, I chose it in high school, did the subjects and everything. Then went to DET, got all my diplomas and everything. Then I was like, you know what, guys, it's time to stand on my own and. Yeah, so it's good so far. So far, so good. So far, so good.
Let me take you back again on your first play. Where did that take place?
My performance or other person's performance? Because I can take you back to my sister's performance that I featured myself in.
You featured yourself in?
What had happened was, okay, it was like, what is it, like Uxin and Njamo, that was happening, and it was for older people, well, not older people, like, I'm a teen, and I wasn't yet a teen. So I was like, whenever she was rehearsing at home, I was part of this. So why doesn't she want me to be part of this now? So I'm gonna be in it because I was there, like slash the letter together. People are like, I said this back. So that was the first unofficial performance that I officially like put myself into. And then after that, it was nativity plays at school, at Sunday school, and at school drama plays and everything. All of that. And then I was like, guys, this is fun. I want to do this. So that's how it all started.
That's how it all started. And then you took that opportunity and then you ran with it. What made you or encouraged you to just keep going? Because you can study for one thing, but then it's more so real world, and you're like, it's not the one. What kept you encouraged to go to, you know what, let me just take this and run with it?
Sure. I think you focus of having to I know what I want to do, and also having that backup at home, that system with God, we got you, girl. So do it. So I couldn't disappoint already the support system I had at home, and I was confident in what I was doing. I was like, everywhere I go, I'm like, no, Igwe. So I was like, no, guys, hear me. So I did it with confidence. So whenever I still wanted to be like, yo, guys, no, let me sit back. This is not it. I was like, I've got too much backup to back down. I always say that. So I'm like, you know what? Let's keep pushing. Let's keep hustling. So, that's how it all gelled up and came to this point. Yeah.
Talking about Kim the Boom, being the mind, the brains, the everything.
Yeah, ne? The backbone.
How do you do that? The direct, guys, the right of it.
No, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. But no, I'm gonna but it wasn't easy, but it made it better. I would say I had the skills for it, so I studied for it. I knew the writing process, I knew the director's process, I knew the acting. I did have a third eye every now and then in the writing, in the directing, even in the acting. So it wasn't like I'm just like, this is my baby to the finish, to the end. So I didn't have those ideas and everything that came about along the process. But I just wanted to put a mark in planet Earth. I'm like, I do corner, guys. Yes. So let's recognize the small Anyana talent. She's there. She I'm So I'm like, okay, I can achieve this. I can do this. I'm gonna do it. So I did it. I wrote it. It was a hustle. It was hard because it had to come from it. It couldn't just be like, let me imagine a story. It had to come from life experiences also. So I was like, okay, dig deep ndagama and produce this baby, just make this alive. So it was worth it, I'll say. Yeah.
Why Camp the Boo? The storylines are corner. The storylines are Camp the Boo.
Asijule kancane.
Yo! If only you guys were there.
Oh man. Camp the Boo.
Yeah.
Okay, the title itself is Camp the Boo means or is Eastern Cape before it was called Eastern Cape.
Oh.
Yeah, people were like, what's Camp the Boo now? We saw the play, but what is it?
What is it, yeah.
And it's where Usada Batman was born and raised, basically. The story revolves around her life journey. And I found myself relating somewhat. And like, I mean, she had the assets, I got the assets, child. She had fans for it, I got my fans for it. But it was a continuous thing of even growing up. After your body starts, the hormones and everything. You get those, how Nicki Minaj, how Beyonce, how Sarah Batman. I've had too many of those.
Like, is that real?
Like, exactly. And like I say to be a fagel nowadays. So I had a lot of those growing up, and then I was like, you know what, guys, I think I can write about this on my life story, on what she had gone through, and on every other African lady who's going through the same thing, because it's not just my story or hers, it's every African woman. It can be this part, it can be that part, it can be any other part. So I was like, okay, let me bring it home, let me make it a thing that is heartfelt for all of us. So that's how it came about. Yeah, no, I literally, when people, they always say, I cried during this process.
Yes.
I had sleepless nights. It's not a joke. People, like, it was for me. I cried because I was like, I can't believe it's like bearing my heart for everyone and hoping they receive it well and don't. Yeah. I mean, I know there'll be judgments, obviously, and I want that because I want people to talk about it. Hence, I'm doing the story. But I was nervous even in that process. But I'm like, okay, but it'll only take me this far, so let me just do this. So that's how the whole thing came about, y'all.
How important is it for us to tell our stories than letting it's not really good mhlambe like discourage ngendlela abasitshela ngayo story sethu, but how important is it for us to tell our own story ngendlela esifuna ngayo?
It's very important. It's very important because our story matters. We matter. Black Lives Matter. But it really is important because if you don't tell your own story, who will? We always praise and we love other people's stories and famous people's stories, and we appreciate it. That's great and all. But what about our own story? So if each person has an important story to tell, we can tell it in whatever form we feel is necessary and is important. That'll send the message across. And it doesn't always have to be a burden to tell it. Like, we can tell it however and it be received well. So, and be like, okay, people, this is me. This is what I have to offer. Embrace it. Do whatever you want with it. But that's my story. So I feel it's very important, especially as African people. We have so much content. We have so much history. We have so much stories to tell. And we need to just be able to open up and be vocal about our stories.
How important is it for you as a young person? We're not into this African things and ukulandela history. How important is it for you to be African? And be proud about being African.
No, phela seningithe ebanoni phela mina ngumali uzwide kalanga umkhathi usathondoze undwandwe.
Guys, akwazi ukuthi
Angiyinkosi ayiqedwa
Inkosi ayiqedwa.
Hayibo, shwele bo. But it's really important, it's really important ngoba we are who we are because of our backgrounds, because of the people who brought us here, our parents, our grandparents. They contribute so much, like the small things, even like all those things to make us who we are today. So, we have to embrace who we are as a culture, as a people. Like, I love Africa, y'all. I love Africa. I love the Black nation.
Words of encouragement to a young person who finds it so hard to actually maneuver and, find themselves into this world. Right now.
I'll tell them to keep going and not stop also to get someone to look up to, like a mentor, not necessarily a role model maybe, but a mentor, because for me personally, having a mentor, like you can only do so much on your own. Like yes, you can study and everything, but then after that, what happens? You know, you need someone who's gonna be there to help you. Okay, it's your choice to make, whatever. But you do need that person who's going to be on your corner to be like, okay, I've done 1, 2, and 3. What happens now? Especially in your career path or in your life's journey in general. We have parents, we have friends, but you can also have someone else who plays a different role. So get a mentor and keep chasing those dreams.
Chase those dreams.
Keep chasing, yo.
Yeah. So for a person who says, I would love to be on theater one day, boys in Angela, but then now we know how you do it. Changing from one character to another. Next minute we crying, the next week laughing. How do you do all of that?
If it wasn't for the grace of God, oh God. Yo, guys, no. Let me calm
the
down.
Energy, I love it.
Oh man. I would encourage the route of having to study for it first. There's also the route of having to just try your luck, and that also works for people. However, with studying it, you get more skill, you get experience, and you get to understand it better than having to just go for auditions and seeing how it goes. So for me, it worked having to first study for it, to make those connections. Sometimes you don't get your big break, but if you interact with people and network with people who are in the same field that you want to be in, it helps a lot. So I'd say maybe do that first, and then your breakthrough will come. If it's yours, it'll come. Come. You don't have to force matters or anything. What's yours will always be yours. So own that. Own those little steps, those small and steps until you get to where your purpose is.
To the near future, who could be that one person on Atibolo? I would love to work with them.
Oh my gosh, guys. Oh my gosh.
I would really like to work with them. Share a stage or share that cut and action. Ayanda, this is your script.
Oh my gosh. Sure, they say dream big, né?
Yeah.
So I've had the privilege of having to work with Amanda N, which was a dream come true. So I'm like, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. So I'll go broader internationally because I'm very vast. Because in music, I would like to work with the likes of, God. Let me start with acting. I'd like Tyler Perry. If you're watching this, sir.
Watching Tyler.
Hold on. No, sir. Listen. If you're watching this. I'm the next face you want, okay? I'm the talent. I got it all. I got the dance. I got the act. I'm that person. But in there, I just really love his style of work. So I like his work. And then in the music, there is so many guys. There is too many, honestly. I love Uzonke. I'd like that relationship to happen. I like Okoko. We've also done together in Fula Valamanda End, but I'd like this to happen. I'm a huge fan of upcoming artists as well, like Upilisi Wentintili. I love her voice. Unkosazane, oh my God, Lord Jesus, have mercy. In poetry, Umbali Malimela. I have so many people I look up to who are my peers as well. So yeah, guys, I just holla at a girl if you like,
holla, guys.
Music. I really like that, guys. Thank you.
See, that's good to live in a generation whereby we are being influenced mostly by social media. How important is it for you to stay true to yourself and just be grounded and being you, Nje?
It's very important. There's a lot of influences even through social media. But what is important is not forgetting who you are. And also, with all the filters and everything that happens, don't forget your true identity. Because we can get lost in the filters and the cameras and the lights and the likes and everything. And then we're like, how am I 500 likes? You ghost, you know? But then always be humble and always remember, okay, scratch the social media, scratch whatever. Who are you? Remember that person. So it's very important to stay humble, grounded, because things come and go, but who you are. You know, your reputation matters.
So a person who's at home, Ayanda, or maybe I really would love Ayanda to be my mentor. it's corner less or space less, so it's okay, I'm not that big, but then I can, put you under my wing, and
Yes, definitely. Because I said to myself, I had someone who was like a mentors actually. So I'm willing to be that person and share my mini knowledge. Like so I don't know. I'm available on social media if people want to do that. Facebook Ayanda Nxumalo, Instagram Ayanda Nxumalo official.
Verify.
Yes, like Konami, yes. Oh god. And then on YouTube Ayanda Nxumalo, and then again on Twitter Ayanda Nxumalo. So if you want to just hop on, let's get on this wagon and ride.
Yeah. So what you studied and what you are experiencing now, is it the same thing?
It is.
How did it help you to study and then it's okay, I'm doing this using my qualification?
It opened more doors than me having to just chill at home and not study it. Festivals like the National Arts Festival, having to go to Grahamstown, having to perform at the Sneeden Theatre, all these theatres, and associating myself with people who are within this industry, like Omenzi Mkhwane, Obe Mkhwane, Jeripoa, all those people. If I didn't study for it, even Debbie Lutger, who is HOD at DUT Drama Department, if I hadn't studied for it, I wouldn't have been exposed to those people, to those mediums. So yeah, I would say it opened more doors for me than having to just not study.
Guys, I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
And Nxumalo is very amazing, guys. And we'll give our food grow now into art and into performance. And is a very nice person. And guys, slide on those DMs. Talk to Ayanda. It could be funny knowledge, nyana, all of those things. Usawashila my social media handles. IKO angawaphinda. Waphinde Nkosi yami.
Ngisho nje na ku Facebook Ayanda Nxumalo, na ku Twitter, na ku YouTube Ayanda Nxumalo, and then on Instagram Ayanda Nxumalo official.
Like it's always a vibe. What's that favorite song? Yeah, it's me and you like get down.
Kaisin, this one by Usex Osama. No. Kaisin. No, it's a vibe, guys. It does it for me. No, I'm there with my water. And I'm like, yes. No, it's doing it right now.
I'm Msomi and Ayanda Nxumalo. Thank you for joining us. The man behind the camera. Let us Osama. The insights. Check us out on Instagram.